she's gonna hand it to him first.
He takes it in his hand, and the late afternoon catches the light. The surface of the sword of this brand new weapon catches the light of the afternoon sun. He looks at the flat of the blade, and you can tell that he's seeing something.
He's having
in
a
that
moment.
Sword. He's having a moment.
Having a moment. She's feeling that moment.
He just very carefully sets the longsword down, goes to his table, he opens the drawers, and he pulls out 4 very nice scabbards. And he slides the long swords into the scabbards, takes out 4 little sheaths, and he slides the daggers into the sheath. And he just turns and he looks at his forge, and he picks up his blacksmith hammer and his calipers, and he slides it into his blacksmith apron, and he dusts his hands off. Say your horse.
She looks over her shoulder at the horse. She looks back at him and she says, "You want me to be totally honest? That fucking thing followed me from that crypt, and I don't even know how to ride it. But it's followed me around." She's just gonna be honest with him. She's not a very good liar.
He looks over at the horse. He looks down at his table. And then he looks over at her. And he gathers up those 8 weapons. He kind of just tucks it under his ginormous arm. This man cannot scratch his back with how big these arms are. He tucks it under his arm. What?
He's just a beast.
He's ripped. And he just starts walking away.
Like where?
He was walking towards the building on the far left. The biggest and nicest building besides the tavern.
She kind of watches him for a minute, and then she starts following him because he's the only one she's so far towards her. And she's gonna come up and she's gonna tap him on the shoulder real quick.
He looks over his shoulder.
She's like, "Hey, actually, how do you feel about going on a little bit of an adventure? Because I don't have any companions right now, and man, I'm after this guy, but I wouldn't mind walking you. Having a little field trip to Brass again, before I finish that up. Besides, somebody there probably knows something about that funky Facebook."
He looks down at his clothes, and then he looks back up at her, and there's this flash of confusion. He says, "Not really fit to travel right this second. I needed to go change."
Wait outside.
Come in.
Oh, alright, thank you, appreciate it. She totally follows after him. She just loves him. She wants to adopt him. She loves him.
He pushes open the door.
This is her new BFF.
And you're not sure if you just stepped into somebody's house or somebody's hunting lodge.
She loves it.
There are hunting and animal trophies all over his living room. There's a dire bear skin on the ground. There is a just huge skin of some creature that is unidentifiable on the wall. And above his hearth, it's young, but it's unmistakable that there is a red dragon head over his hearth.
She's gonna go up and just openly admire the dragon head. She's gonna look at him. She's like, "That you? You did that?"
He just sets the weapons down on his little stand next to the door, and he just gives the barest, slightest, most infinitesimal nod you've ever seen.
Miri does this epic fist pump, and she's like, "Yes!" She's like, "I knew you were a warrior. I could see it. I could smell it on you from the moment I walked into town. That never goes away. I knew it. I knew you were the one for me to talk to." She's very happy and proud.
Goddamn. And without another word, he just goes up the stairs into the second floor of his house.
She's just sitting there, like, downstairs, just all proud of herself. She got her hands on her hips. She's looking around like, yeah, I knew that call. I knew that was the guy. Aw, man, he's so cool. He's awesome, man. I should convince him to go with me. I should convince him to hop that guy down with me. It's pretty badass. I want to see him in battle. Oh, she's so excited.
And he's up there for a good long while, but there's no sound. There's no clattering, there's no banging, there's nothing.
Just having a moment.
He just goes upstairs and he's up there for about an hour before
She's fine.
He comes back downstairs and he's dressed in it's old, and it's not as protective as what you had on.
Mm-hmm.
His arms are bare, but it's basically this suit of it's just a breastplate. It's a suit. It's a breastplate of this beautiful blue steel.
Is it adamantine?
No, it's not adamantine. It's probably dyed specially. It's not adamantine, but to the uninitiated,
it would look like
it was made out of adamantine.
Cool.
And he's got a big old great axe on his back.
Oh, that's awesome. She totally admires it. She admires all. She openly just like looks at him like he just looks like so cool to her. Like she's just like, yeah.
And he's got a helmet under his arm, and he goes into his kitchen, and he pokes his head out. Open an extra bag.
Let me see. Hold on.